hold space for your darkness, a first responder mental health podcast hosted by me, Erin Jane, where we have conversations about what it's like to perform a first responder role and the mental health challenges that can accompany it. Hello and welcome to this bonus episode of I Will Hold Space for Your Darkness, a first responder mental health podcast. I am your host, Erin Jane. And today we are trying something different and new. It's going to be a bonus series on top of the podcasts that I release late Thursday night, early Friday mornings each week. This is something that sort of been buzzing around in my head a little bit for the last couple of months, and it's something that I want to call Mindfulness Mondays. So I haven't really decided whether it'll be something I put out every Monday or, maybe every fortnight or every second Monday. But I really love and enjoy the conversations that I have on here, and that it's such a privilege to have them with, current and former first responders, spouses, clinicians, all of the things. And I, hope that people find benefit in listening. I am a resource for this community as a coach, but I also just feel it's important, and I want to be putting more resources out there for listeners and anyone who's interested. So these episodes, I'm hoping to keep them pretty short, just a quick sort of 5 or 10 minutes at most. And just want to be sharing resources, whether it's resources in terms of crisis numbers to get a hold of, specific for the different, police officers, firefighters, anything like that, or just sharing resources, just like as an overall banner. So the first one that I wanted to share with you, and basically just, the premise behind it is just encouraging, first responders to practice mindfulness, because what we do, the things that we are exposed to, they take a toll. And we are trained. We are generally a very resilient community. And so we can go from 0 to 100 and be in the action and be the calm in the storm. That's what we do, and that's what we're good at. And we know that, but sometimes we get so good at that we are terrible at winding down, at getting back to center, and just finding our equilibrium. It's so easy to stay up there, stay up at that high point, and it's just something that I want to encourage everyone out there in those professions to be purposeful about. And if you find yourself hopefully finding some benefit out of the things that I share, it's a practice. It's the same as, we go through training, whether you are a police officer, a firefighter, a dispatcher, a nurse, a correctional officer, EMT, EMS, paramedic, we all go through training. And, as a former police officer, there's that, you're taught about that muscle memory, that where your equipment is on your belt, so that when you're in the shit, you don't even have to think about it. My hope is that as a community, we start to practice calming ourselves down, so that when we truly need it, it takes no effort at all for us to take a moment and to calm ourselves down. So the one that I wanted to talk about today is something that's called box breathing. It's my favorite. It's it's something that I really wish that I had known about when I was still a first responder, because I have found such benefit adding it into my life. And so you may have heard of it, and it might be something that you've heard about in a different capacity or under a different name. So it's, it can be referred to as square breathing. There's a couple of different names, and one of sort of like the more famous ones that a lot of people might know it as is tactical breathing. And it's kind of garnered that reputation because it is taught to Navy SEALs to help them get, find a sense of calm and find a sense of focus before they, go on a mission. So you can, do research and you can find all kinds of things about it all over the internet. But yeah, so square breathing, tactical breathing, it's like known as like a breath resetting. It's, can be called four-step or four-side breathing, or four-square breathing. And it's a form of deep diaphragmatic breathing. That's kind of it. And it's so super simple. And that's kind of the one thing I love about it too, because when we are first responders, we're busy, and you're not just busy at work, you're busy in your home and your personal life. And we don't always grant ourselves the time that, truly is needed to help, get over our overwhelm or a sense of burnout or, really full on and confronting job that we may have attended at work. And this is a skill. It takes no time at all. It just takes you a couple of minutes, and it can help recenter you and calm you down. And so that's why I think it is an excellent resource. It is a part of a mindfulness practice that isn't, too out there for some people who may be a little resistant to anything in that spectrum. But yeah, it's a form of mindfulness. It's a relaxation technique, and it's a powerful one, and it's powerful in its simplicity. So from the research that I've done, because I want to come at you with knowledge and with research, it's obviously easy to do, and it can be highly effective in stressful situations and in terms of calming you down and bringing your body out of that sympathetic, response, that fight, flight, or freeze notion that we all can get triggered into very easily. Generally, when you're in that first responder realm, we fight, and we're good under pressure, and we're good in that situation. But as I mentioned earlier, we still want to bring ourselves out of that state of overwhelm or, agitation. And what this breathing technique does, it instigates your parasympathetic response in your body. And that's what you want, to help calm yourself down in a physiological way. You want your body to go from that sympathetic response to the parasympathetic response. It's also known as rest and digest. So it's known to decrease stress and anxiety in the body, and it calms your nervous system. And that's what we want. We don't want you walking away from your shift or trying to head home and be a partner or be a parent or, be a friend or anything like that when you are still jacked up. And it's either that, or it's like, you've gone to something at work and shit has really hit the fan, and you are struggling to find a sense of calm and a sense of safety. And that's okay. And that's what I want you to try this out for. Try to help you find that sense of safety and calm so you can rest, your body can rest, and your hormone levels can decrease. So it's known to obviously lower your blood pressure and decrease your levels of cortisol. And box breathing is just about counting. And, We all learned from Sesame Street that we can count, can't we? So it's just counting to 4, and that's it. It's counting to 4 around a square, and it's super, super simple. And probably one of the aspects that I like the most, apart from just the calming breathing, is that the counting itself, it actually distracts your mind from whatever is going on, whatever has you feeling agitated and overwhelmed and everything like that. And it actually helps you, you can either, like the seals do, it helps you focus in on something, or it can help you reset from that feeling of overwhelm. So it can be used in like a multifaceted kind of way. The way that I'm advocating for you to use this for right now is basically whatever you want to use it for. It's dealer's choice in that respect. I'm putting it out there as a way to help you calm, and just reset your system. But if you find any benefit in it, then use it for whatever you want to use it for. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to go somewhere where you're not going to be bothered for a couple of minutes, whether that is in your car, whether it's in the bathroom at work, whether it's your office, whether, you just go and sit on the couch. And you can do this sitting down, lying down, anything that makes you feel comfortable. So I want you to sit down, and I want you to close your eyes. And we're just going to breathe. And that's all we're going to do. I want you to listen to my voice and listen to my prompts and just breathe. Okay, so the rhythm is you breathe in for a count of 4, and then you hold for a count of 4. And then you breathe out or exhale for a count of 4, and then we hold again for a count of 4. And that's it. Super simple. But it helps clear your mind and calm your body down. And I want us to do it together, and I want us to do it together 4 times. So I want you to listen to my voice. Hopefully the accent is not annoying or distracting. And just breathe. All I want you to do is breathe for me. Okay, so we're going to make a start. So I want you to take a nice, big, deep breath in. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. See? That wasn't so hard now, was it? Okay, now I'm going to take you through it again. And this is something you can do for as long as you need it to, and to help you feel calm and at peace. I use it all the time, and it very much is something that I've known when I was a first responder. So let's do one together, okay? I'm going to breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. How do you feel? I hope that is helping you calm your system down. And, probably the most important thing to do is when you breathe in through your nose and you're feeling your lungs. Really feel it in your diaphragm. And you go, and then you're holding it. And then I want you to exhale through your mouth. And then holding it. So like I said, it is a tool at your disposal that takes hardly any time at all, and you can do it any way you need to. And it's something to practice so that your body knows that it's capable of calming itself down when you find yourself struggling to do so. And that's it. That's just a resource that I wanted to share with you today. And I know that I've mentioned it on other episodes of the long form podcast, but like I said, this is something separate that I want to start doing and sharing resources with you on what I guess I'm just probably going to call Mindfulness Mondays. Okay, so I hope you find some benefit in it. Thank you for listening and enjoy your breathing. If there's something else that you would like me to share as a resource, or something that you would like me to do some research into in order to help you out, reach out. You know where to find me. This has been Erin Jane on a bonus episode of I Will Hold Space for Your Darkness, a first responder mental health podcast. Happy breathing. Cheers. Hi guys, it's Erin Jane here. Firstly, thank you for listening to I Will Hold Space for Your Darkness. This podcast really is for you, the listener, and I hope you're finding as much value in listening to these conversations as I am in having them. If you'd like to offer any feedback, suggest a subject matter, are interested in being a podcast guest, or would like to get in contact to receive first responder life and wellness coaching services, please reach out. You can find me on Instagram at Erin Jane Coaching, or the dedicated podcast account, ErinJane_Darkness Podcast, or my website, www.erinjanecoaching.com. I look forward to hearing from you, and I'm so grateful to have you as part of this darkness community. Cheers.